took a shot. He's not a back-end player. He was time to get rid of the ball. He didn't get rid of the ball. But it's nothing to bring with it.
My bad, yeah. Two-turn was good. Establish was good. Boss Archer was good, John. Thought I was on mute myself. Nah, I know I was muted. I know I was muted. All right, don't want to bore you guys. Sorry for that music for that long. I put the dream defeat liberty. That's crazy. Put the wrong freaking title. T, what's the word, my brother? Buenos dias. Buenos dias. What's the word? Good morning, everybody that's in here. Welcome back to another daily Facts and Stats show. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Appreciate everybody that's a part of the show right now. Appreciate the one that's in here on time. And appreciate the one already hit that thumbs up button on this video. Appreciate the one that already hit that thumbs up button on this video for sure. RJ and Established Facts. If you are in here, happy Tush Push Band Day. Happy Tush Push Band Day. If you are, damn, y'all. I don't know what the hell going on. If you in here, make sure y'all take y'all shoes off at the door. For the ones that's in here on time, y'all know what I mean by that. That's simply just hitting the thumbs up button. God damn, hold on. All right, make sure you all take your shoes off at the door. That's simply hitting the thumbs up button on this video. Simply hitting your thumbs up button on this video. Liking the video helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across Facts and Stats and be willing to talk inside of Facts and Stats, whether it's via the chat or whether it's via the stage. Either way. Damn, Mo. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Hold on. Appreciate that follow on Twitch. Appreciate that follow on Twitch. All right, my bad. I'm going through it clearly. Hold on. I'm still not there. All right, my bad, y'all. TJ, good morning. I don't know what the heck going on, but either way, here nor there. What I was about to say. Yeah, make sure you take your shoes off at the door. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button on this video. Helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across Facts and Stats and be willing to talk on the stage. I'll be willing to type in the chat. Also, feel free to comment anything. I read every single comment for the most part, whether it's a question or a comment or something that I said or somebody on the stage said or whatever the case may be. Next, share this out with one person today, man. Pretty sure if you share it out one person, the same way you all come back in here every day, they'll more than likely be willing to come back in here every day. So if you can, share with your iPhone group chat, your Instagram chat, your Twitter chat, or even just one person, a significant other, family member, whatever the case may be. Let them know we in here. We talk sports every single day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And more importantly, anybody has an opportunity to speak their mind in regards to whatever the topic is. That's what it's all about. That's always been the slogan since I started Fact and Stats, the daily show, 3 years ago. Last but not least, if you are not subscribed to the platform and you are in here for your first time, you probably heard me say it already. It's a daily sports show. Would love for you all to come through. Styleology, what's the word? Would love for you all to come through and talk sports with us on a day-to-day basis. And it's a great platform to subscribe to, man. It's a good conversation to hear. Good people in here. Great environment, great crowd, things of that nature. Heated debates. You get it all. Entertainment. So it's like a one-stop shop, so you get it all. It's a good mixture. It's a good environment, good vibes. So make sure you all subscribe. Also, if you want to extend your support for what I do on a day-to-day basis, I would love that. What I mean by that, first and foremost, you can become a member. How can you become a member? The link is in the description on this video. So you can be on a computer, you can be on a phone, iPad, whatever. You just got to click the link in the description on this video that says become a member. And there's 3 different levels you can join as: level 1, level 2, and level 3. They all have different customized perks. And again, the bigger idea of it is just extending your support for what I do on a day-to-day basis. Also, you can send super chats and super stickers at any time. The amount does not matter to me. I'll be super duper thankful and grateful regardless. $5, $7, $15. I'll be appreciative. And just on the back end, all extended support is greatly appreciated. All extended support is greatly appreciated. Next, you got the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. They all at Fact and Stats underscore. The Twitter is the most important one, if you ask me. This is where I tweet out every time in the morning where the show be held at, whether it's for some reason, whatever the case may be, I can't be live or I can't go live on YouTube. I'll go live on playback, and I'll explain what playback is in a second. But I always will tweet. Excuse me. I always will tweet where the show will be held. Always. So today when we talk about the Tush ruling, our new NFL ruling this morning, Aces dominating the Sun, Dream defeating the Fever, Thunder taking game 1 from the Wolves, and then obviously a full Knicks versus Pacers 4 series preview. And that pretty much be what the show be about today. Also, I posted another video today. Aces defeating the Sun. I'm going to try to make it. I've been telling you I'm going to try to make it a point of emphasis to be more active myself when it comes to posting clips, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, clips, or even clips to TikTok. I posted a video yesterday on the Fever. It did a really good on YouTube short wise and TikTok wise. So I'm going to continue to feed the streets. Posted my first one today on the Aces. I got another one on the Fever and Dream game. I'm gonna post like an hour, 45 minutes or something like that. So make sure you all follow on Fact and Stats on Twitter, also Instagram and TikTok. The link is in the description on this video to follow Fact and Stats on all platforms. Next, you got the website. I need to put my rack back behind me, but I got it in my other room where I make a clothes at. For anybody that does not have Fact and Stats apparel, I still have all the colors available. Literally all 5 new colors that I dropped 2 weeks ago, I want to say it was. I still have all available. For anybody that does not have a Fact and Stats shirt, a new design, make sure you all check out the website. It was factandstats.us. Link is in the description on this video. And you see here the cover, I have the off-white shirt on, and then this one over here, I have the pink shirt on. On the back of the shirt, it will say "Speak Your Mind." On the back of the shirt, it will say "Speak Your Mind." As you can see here, that is the slogan. So on the back of the shirt, it will say "Speak Your Mind." On the front, it will say "Fact and Stats" with a heart shape. You can get your shirt today too. It's factandstats.us. I will make a post office run on Friday, and I'll ship out any orders that I have that I picked up this week on this Friday coming up. And also tea and goods, y'all too as well, from giveaway stuff and things like that. So all orders will be shipped on Friday. If you don't have a Fact and Stats shirt, make sure you all check out the website. And if you're interested in purchasing, please purchase. And then also Fact and Stats Cookout, June 21st. If you plan on coming to the cookout, I would love for you all to pull up to the cookout in a new Fact and Stats shirt. If it's not a new Fact and Stats shirt, it can be any design. If it ain't a Fact and Stats shirt, period, either way, I appreciate you coming to the cookout. June 21st, looking at 4 p.m. start time. Ari was good. Looking at a 4 p.m. start time, 3rd annual Fact and Stats Cookout. I'm super duper excited, man. It's literally a month away. So today I'm going to post the Eventbrite for guys that plan or people that plan on coming to the cookout to be able to reserve and let me know, because I am definitely going to want or prefer a head count this year for sure. Oh, now kid here. Buenos dias, man. So yeah, that's that. What else I want to say? What else I want to say? Next, playback.tv/facts and stats. Playback.tv/facts and stats. This is super important to come to. This is super important to sign up and join. You want entertainment, if you want laughs, if you want to hear commentary from sometimes good people, sometimes y'all know. If you know, you know. During these games that we watch every single night, please pull up and sign up and join the Fact and Stats Playback Room. It's playback.tv/facts and stats. Playback is an app you can easily download that costs $0. To sign up and join the room, it costs $0. And to watch the games with us, it costs $0. Specifically, if you are a VIP member on how can you easily be VIP and get it no matter what? You become a member on Playback, or you subscribe on YouTube. No, become a member on YouTube, or you subscribe on Playback. Sorry, I said that wrong. And if you are one of the other, you can come in here anytime and ask for VIP. You don't have to be a member or a subscriber to get VIP, but just know that they do get prioritized. And if you are not one of the other, you are likely to be swapped when somebody does come in and ask for VIP, because some people pay to get that access. So keep that in mind. Next, You got the Fact and Stats Gambling Discord. For anybody that don't gamble, please feel free to join the Fact. Do gamble. Please feel free to join the Fact and Stats Gambling Discord and post your plays in there every single day. Or you can tell the plays that you see on a day-to-day basis. And that'll pretty much be that. Post your plays that you see on a day-to-day basis, and that'll pretty much be that. And yeah, man, I think I told y'all everything I needed to tell y'all this morning. Do not forget to hit the thumbs up button on this video. Let me see where we at right now. Let me see where we at. We are at 14 thumbs up on this video with 26 people in here. So if you are one of the other 12 that did not hit the thumbs up button on this video, maybe even 10, say somebody left, please hit the thumbs up button on this video for me. And we start to show off the same way every single time with the Who Sold Your Parlay segment. Quick brief is just to start the show. I think I made like 2 parlays yesterday, or no, like 3 parlays yesterday. And it was not bad, but it was disappointing, I would say. More so disappointing, man. My first one, let me see if I can even just show y'all. Let me see if I can show y'all. Hold on. My computer moving a little slow. Bear with me. All right. So my first one, while my computer is joking around. All right. So I wake up. When did I post this play? I post this play at 6:46. It looked good, don't it? Caden Clark 15, should have took 20. It is what it is. Caden Clark 4 boards, Caden Clark 8 assists, Fever money line, Aaliyah Boston 6 boards, Kelsey Mitchell 10 points. Then I went down to the Aces game, took Asia for 20 and 10, Jackie for 10, Aces money line, like plus 500, something like that. Everything but the Indiana Fever money line. Everything but the Indiana Fever money line. So it's like making a 9 leg? That's a 10 leg. Making a 10 leg and you won off. You won off because of that. Disappointing, bro. It was disappointing. How you think SGA's ability to make free throws? What do you mean by how do I think his ability to make free throws? Can you re-ask that question? How you think SGA's ability to make free throws? Can you re-ask that, please? Yeah, but one off, man. It's disappointing. Leah Boston, they up. Tie game. Caitlin Clark, good pass. She gets fouled. She misses a free throw. She splits at the line. Ryan Howard comes back, gets fouled by Kelsey Mitchell. Go to the line, make both. They come back. Natasha Howard, murder she wrote. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what happened. So that's one bad beat for me. Next, I come down for my builder tonight. I come down for my builder. Ant 20, SGA 25, Chet 6 boards, SGA 4 assists, iHeart 5 boards. And finishes with 18 points, 0 points in the fourth quarter. You got to chalk it up to the game, bro. You got to chalk it up to the game. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. That was my day. So, if anybody else got sold one off or whatever the case may be, please feel free to type it in the chat. But that's my 2 little bad beats from yesterday. It is what it is. We back Knicks and Patriots today. And in process, bet me on the freaking game last night for whatever reason. So, you sort of kind of get your money back. So it is what it is. Dante DiVincenzo was a bum and sold established. She sees a special watch. That's a fact. That is a fact. For me, when it comes down to the next segment that we typically start the show off with, that's players of the day. And that for me, I'm a shout out to 2 folks. I only want to give them 1 shout out. They like a damn parent. I ain't gonna lie. They like a damn parent. No funny. I'm gonna keep it in the WNBA with this one. Brianna Jones and Brittany Griner are my players of the day last night. They were just too much down low. In my opinion, for the Indiana Fever when it came to a rebounding and size perspective. So I want to give both of those ladies a shout out. Personally, Brianna Jones had 19 and 13, well deserved, and then Brittany Griner had 21 and 8. Both of them was efficient. Both of them was offensive rebounding. Both of them were doing their thing down low, and both of them were finishing. So shout out to both of those ladies. They're my players of the day today. If anybody has anybody else, please feel free to ask. Do you think Knicks and Pacers will who? Okay, I'm gonna assume you're saying who do I have winning the series? I'm still stuck on this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still stuck on this. This is I'm still stuck with the series. I don't I legit don't have an answer, but I have to have an answer. So this is the best way I can answer. I want the Knicks to win because I enjoy them guys. Like I enjoy Brunson, I enjoy Cat. I enjoy watching them hoop. But who I think is really going to win is the Indiana Pacers. I love their team 1 through 9, 10, whatever you want to say. I love their team. I love how they play basketball. I love that they're physical. I love that they don't get punked. I love that they have a spaced out offense. I love that they get everybody involved. I love that everybody is confident. I love that they don't rely on one person. And anybody's willing to take a big shot. Miles Turner, Nemhard, Tyrese, Siakam, even Matherin coming off the bench, even Obi Toppin. So if I had to give an answer right now, I think the Pacers win the series. But I want this to go 7. This should have 7 written all over it, to be honest, because we know on the other side, the Knicks not backing down for nobody, and Brunson's going to give his best output regardless. But Brunson's going to see a lot of Nemhard, and Nemhard just had played really good defense with Donovan Mitchell. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it really went through 12 facts. We'll see. Yeah, whoever wins is going to lose to the Thunder anyway. So, I mean, just being real. Age or so, 2 parlays. Julio and what does it say? Julio and Randy sold me.
I'm assuming Randall.
Age just sold the points and Jackie sold the threes. How you can't? Oh, Julio Rodriguez. I'm guessing. How you can't hit against the White Sox? Shout out Caruso and Chet. Would you like to bet that, sir? Nah, I don't really care to bet on that series. I got too much money on the line on the Wolves and Thunder, bro. To be honest, I don't. I'm not betting on the Knicks and Pacers series because I want the Pacers. I want the Knicks to win, but I think the Pacers win. So it's like I'm not going to. It's like that situation you just can't bet. Like so, it is what it is. Personally, whatever happens though. Anush, I mean, I said Anush. Amadou. If you like the Knicks in the finals, let me know. If you like the Knicks in the finals, let me know. Or there go your bet right there. Yeah, but if you like the Knicks in the finals, please let me know. Shout out to Manchester City. All right, so starting to show off a couple of new rulings in the NFL. I don't think it's official yet, but it is to come. First one, and that's the Tush push. Expected to be banned at some point today, whenever they wrote on it, but it was reported earlier. So the Tush push is no longer going to be a thing in the NFL no more. Crazy to think about because obviously the Eagles perfected it. Obviously the Eagles made it look so easy. If you want to say Buffalo, I guess Buffalo too, but nobody did it like the Eagles. So it's an amazing to see when one team can pretty much change an output or a landscape or even alter rules and things of that nature. So that's one thing that the Eagles players and team can forever remember. And ultimately, they got a Super Bowl anyway. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And it's not like they were winning games because of the Tush push. Let's make that clear. They're winning games because it was really great on both sides of the ball. For me, I'm on the side of okay. I'm not mad at the ruling. Like I'm actually good. I'm cool. I don't feel no type of way about it. I don't think that's a real football play. Me personally, I don't think you can have 3 guys, a running back, a wide receiver, or 2, and a tight end or whatever lined up behind a quarterback in some type of part Warner type formation and just push your quarterback 5 yards or whatever the case may be. So I'm a fan of it. That's T. I'm a fan of the ruling, but I do want to make this very clear. I don't like their reasoning behind it. They say it's like player safety or something like that. Like they pointing this to basically player safety. This got nothing to do with player safety. This got everything to do with coaches around the league, owners, GMs, or whatever the case may be, feel like they cannot be stopped when the Philadelphia Eagles run it. That's literally all it is. They feel like it cannot be stopped when the Philadelphia Eagles run it. So I think that's what it's coming down to. Pushing a running back and a power will fall under that rule too, I think, which is bad for the game. Okay. Just learn how to do the push. I don't get it. It's free for everyone to do it. Yeah, bro. That's fair. That's fair. That's just my quick little 1-2 on it. I'm not mad at the ruling, but I do want to make this clear. I don't agree with the player safety thing. And I just really think this is a situation where the league know and the opposing coaches and players know that when the Eagles do it, they can't stop it. And I think even Frankie Louvu came out the other day and was like, he just wanted gone. You know what I'm saying? So And I'm pretty sure a lot of players and teams think that when it comes to the Tush push, specifically because of the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to make that very, very clear. This is a Philadelphia Eagles thing to me. Also, what else I wanted to say? NFL changed another rule. No matter what, it is not just a fourth quarter thing or whatever the case may be. If you are down at any point in time in the game, you can kick an onside kick. If you are down at any point in time in the game, you can kick an onside kick. I cannot remember if you still got to notify the team. I legit can't remember. I did not. I saw the tweet. I looked at it, but I didn't really thoroughly look at it too deep. Let me try to see if I can pull it up real quick. But I cannot remember if you have to notify the team or not. But either way, they changed that ruling. Hold on. Okay, it just stated to declare onside kicks at any point in time during the game if they are trailing. I don't know if they got to let other teams know that about an onside kick or not, though. And they moved that kick from the 35 to the 34-yard line. So that's a couple of changes. Obviously, you have the 2028 Olympics where it'll be flag football with the NFL players. Jettas, I think, came out yesterday and was like, he's excited to, he's right here on the screen in the top of headline, actually. His dream is to win the gold medal on flag football. So these guys are pretty much going to be getting a free gold medal on flag football in 2028.
You said who said that?
Jettas.
Yeah, he's a clown.
I'm not trying to judge, but is that really a gold medal? Like, I mean, that's what I'm looking at it. Like, is that really a gold medal?
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
If niggas is getting gold medal for breakdancing, bro, niggas can get gold medal for some flag football, bro.
Niggas gotta grow up, bro.
But these are NFL players, though, getting gold medals for flag football, though, gang.
You're going to miss training camp for flag football?
I don't know, T.
Yeah, I hope you go out there and break his fucking leg.
Bro, this nigga here, bro.
That game. That's an insane comment, bro. That's insane. Jettas, I do not hope that. Anybody that participates in it, actually, I do not hope that. A gold medal is a gold medal at the end of the day, but
that is a fake ass goal because that shit wasn't even about to be in the Olympics unless like that. I agree with y'all. That is some fake ass goal, nigga. That wasn't even an Olympic sport till this shit coming up.
Yeah,
But can I speak on a little tush push shit?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I think it's a little pussy. They trying to like quote player safety. I can't think of a time a nigga got injured on the tush push from a defensive side. Like unless somebody can point to me like a time a player got injured defending the tush push. Because if the argument is player safety, then they're really just doing it because the Eagles, that shit is like playing them niggas on 1st and 9, bro. Niggas get an extra down. You know if they 4th and 1, they gonna get that shit. It's a little pussy, bro. Even McVay comments is a little pussy about it. But
what McVay say?
He was the one earlier in the offseason talking about it. Like pretty much the player safety shit again. It's pretty much just another quote on player safety. I don't think anybody has gotten injured on that play. That's what's throwing me off with the player safety shit.
Yeah. I think they should just limit it to one tush push per game. Nah, if you're gonna limit it, you might as well just take it out. Honestly,
just tell niggas get better, bro. Don't let them get to fucking 4th and 1.
Yeah, or even that. If you're gonna limit it, you might as well just take it out. That's stupid. Yeah, I agree. One tush push per game. So I think that's it for the NFL rulings. Also, the Lions pulled a proposal to change NFL playoff seed. I don't know why they even wanted that anyway. Win your games. It's just that simple. I don't know what the hell that was about. It was literally stupid. Who cares you play in a good division? Like, it doesn't matter. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Far as the new rulings at the moment. If anything else pops up or anything like that, I would definitely make sure I speak on it inside of facts and stats. We want to make a quick pushover or turnover to the WNBA before we get to the NBA. Actually, Aces. Y'all probably saw on the page or y'all probably saw on Twitter or whatever the case may be. I made a quick video on them this morning and how their performance was last night. For me, I call this a major bounce back win for them. I know it's only game 2, but it's a bounce back because how the offensive output looked. Jackie Young was heavily involved in the first quarter. Her and Chelsea Gray led the team with 20 touches in that quarter alone. Obviously, Gray is ideal for her to have that many touches, but also is super duper not a shock, but it's not usual for her to for Jackie, for instance, to have 20 touches in that quarter alone. And Becky said, they went with the flow of the quarter. They knew she would be able to get downhill and get to the free throw line. And that's what she did. I think overall she was 4 for 5 from the free throw line in this game. And they at one point it was up 35 points in this game. Ultimately, they won by 25 points. Also spoke to how this is just who the Sun will be this year. Connecticut Sun fans, if there's any more of you all out there, this is who you all will be, and I'm pretty sure you all know that. Whenever you lose 4 starters in one off season, and you've been one of the better teams, and you've been getting close and close and close over the past couple of years, and not being able to get over a hump, seeing aces or the Liberty or whatever the case may be. You now, you get Tina Charles, who'll be your best player all year. But outside of that, I mean, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? The Sun is not worth talking about that much this season. So they got stepped on last night. They were down 11 points at the end of the first quarter. I think down like 24 at halftime or 23, something like that at halftime. And Jewel Lloyd, whenever you lose Kelsey Plum, you need and want offensive performances like this from Jewel Lloyd, and that's pretty much what she did from 3. 6 for 9 from the 3-point line. They ran a lot of off-ball actions for her, double screens, pin downs, things of that nature, for allow her to shoot open shots or get to her spots and knock them down. Ultimately, pretty much majority of her shots came from the 3-point line. All of her points, damn near, pretty much came from the free throw line, outside of one other field goal. Asia struggled from the floor. She was 6 for 16 in this one, but she was still Asia Wilson when it came to an overall standpoint. She had 22 points, 10 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And that's what you want out of Asia on a night-to-night basis, or the game-to-game. Well, that's what you expect out of Asia, really, on a game-to-game basis, night-to-night basis, whatever the case may be, whenever they do play. So the question marks and everything that I was saying in here yesterday, or even in that video that I dropped yesterday, if that was yesterday, they still remain. I just don't want to make it. I want to make that very clear. The question marks still remain. But this game right here against this opponent was a good game for them to bounce back and be able to see what they can do and what they can look like offensively and try some things out between their big 4 that they have. So really 3.5, whatever you want to call it, but big 4 for now. So yeah, man, good bounce back win for the Aces. They 1-1 on the season now, obviously. And I do want to see what they got next game though, because that's going to be probably hopefully it's a better opponent. That was the Mystics on Friday. So we'll see how that goes.
Can I speak to the game real quick?
Yeah, what's up, brother? My bad.
I was just gonna say, because I was watching that, gambling purposes, it makes you watch, games you probably wouldn't have watched, even if being a blowout. But the Jackie Lloyd or whatever, she had 6 threes through 3 quarters because she didn't check in that fourth at all. 4 through the first half. She got 2 in that third. So 6 threes, 6 of 9 through 3 quarters is insane. Because I don't believe she checked back in that fourth quarter. I think Asia was the only starter to check back in that fourth. But yeah, just crazy game. Open threes. I think you spoke to it, pin down, just getting her open shots. And she was converting at a crazy rate. I think she was 4 or 5 in the first half. Just great shooting.
Yep. My brother's a good add-on. Good add-on. And we're going to continue to work our way down. Sorry, y'all. Going to continue to work our way down. We had our second and final game of WNBA last night. We had the Indiana Fever versus the Atlanta Dream. The Fever were home. Oh, Rule proposal to ban Tush Push doesn't pass, y'all. Excuse me, newsflash. It did not pass. It did not pass. I told y'all it was not official yet. It was just reported earlier on, but it did not pass. Does not pass. Does not pass. So Eagles, Tush Push your ass away. It did not pass. It did not pass. It did not pass. Again, it was
Tush
heavily
push your ass away is crazy.
Yeah, it was heavily expected to pass. I'm sorry, y'all. It was reported, and now it's official that it would not pass this year. Damn.
I'm not surprised. The reason being is because after the first vote, they they didn't even have the first vote because they knew they didn't have the votes, and it felt like to me that they wanted to try and do this kind of under the radar without a lot of talk. And the fact that you've heard all these damn updates leading up to it, and the fact that they had obviously the Eagles owner and Jason Kelsey talk about it, I was like, this doesn't sound like they're going to be able to get this done. And obviously they weren't able to. And I thought the rule proposal was dumb because it was too specific. If you don't want offensive players pushing offensive players, then you ban that because defensive players can't push defensive players. But making it specific to the Eagles, making it specific about the play, in my opinion, isn't in the spirit of competition. Now, the reality situation is the reason why the NFL wants to do this is for entertainment purposes because it's not an entertaining play from their aspect of it. So if they're going to try and find a loophole to get that done, I doubt that they'll be able to, but it's not surprising that this didn't end up passing.
Yeah, man. Damn. Damn. Okay. I mean, it's still here. It's still here. So hey, it'll be funny if the Eagles do it even more next year because of the whole little, trying to ban thing or whatever the case may be.
That depends if people allow them to get to third and fourth and short. Which, hey, if you want to beat them, don't let them do that. Or if they do it, then beat them and now score them. That's just how it goes. So, and there's no data that backed up that it was a safety issue, that it didn't exist. They couldn't really materialize it. It was. The NFL wants to pass this under the gauge, under the guise, I should say, of safety, but in reality, this is about entertainment, and they haven't found an argument that they can get to ban it yet. So,
Right on with you. Right on with you. We're gonna circle back to WNBA. I'm sorry, that just got reported literally as I was talking. So we're gonna circle right back to the WNBA. Second and final game of last night. We got Indiana Fever against the Atlanta Dream. With a Dream 191-90. I'm gonna pass it to Shaggy first to see if Shaggy want to speak to the game. If not, I'll continue to dive in on it.
Yeah, man. Terrible first half. I ain't got too much to say. You know what I'm going to complain about, bro. I'm going to complain about it all season. I don't care. Natasha Howard can get the fuck out of Indiana. Straight up. I don't know who Stephanie White thinks she is. I don't know who Natasha Howard thinks she is. I knew this would be a problem when she did that interview and said she wanted to win MVP. I knew it was going to be a problem. Fuck you mean you want to win MVP? Why you come to Indiana? You ain't winning fucking MVP here.
I heard you say that. I mean, type that yesterday. She really said that?
Yes. They was doing an interview with the teams, and she said she wanted to be MVP this year. Fuck you mean? We ain't winning MVP in the end.
they asked her
Go
what
the
her
fuck
goals was.
head. Go the fuck head, man. I'm sick of it. 2 games in, I'm sick of this shit already. It's the
You were not sick of it after game one. Yeah, please.
You said what?
You were not sick of it after game one.
Yes, I was. What are you talking about?
You were not sick of it after.
I was sick of it after preseason. What are you talking about?
You were not sick of it after game one.
Where was you at?
You were not sick of it after game one.
Where was you at? We been
You
called
didn't
this out.
say any
Too
of
many
this after
touches.
game one.
She
You
gets
didn't say
too many touches. She should never in her life again get a post touch if she's going against her primary defender. Never again. Never. It's just that simple, bro. She's terrible. She's not a good player. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, I had to make sure I wasn't on mute. But I had tweeted this on May 3rd to be exact. I had to go back and quote tweet it last night to make sure I wasn't tripping. But everything Shaggy just said, I had said that it was one preseason game, and I just know who she was from Dallas. Who she is from Dallas. To be honest, I know the type of player she is. You know how she plays. She's a confident player. She's a good role player. Don't get me wrong. Natasha was not bad. She's better than Alyssa Smith. She will be better than Alyssa Smith. What Alyssa Smith for the Fever was last year, she'll be better than that this year. I want to make that very clear.
I can't stamp that.
Okay, well, yeah. All right, that's fine. That's fine.
She doesn't rebound. She does not rebound. You can look at the box score and see 9 rebounds. Those were fake. She's not a consistent rebounder. She does not compete on the boards at all. She stands there whenever they put 2 on the ball and AB has to come up and trap, and she's the lone person down there. She's getting boarded on. I promise you. We could go back and check how many offensive rebounds she gave up. Probably over 5. I promise you, it's over 5. It's ridiculous.
She had tough. TJ, appreciate that, my brother. I see the Eagles tweet. The Eagles gonna tweet push on. But she had a tough matchup yesterday, and I made sure to make that a point of emphasis,
bro. You still got to compete, bro.
Nah, I understand. I made sure to make that a point of emphasis in my quick little YouTube short that I made, a quick little video that I'm gonna try to do on a day-to-day basis. But I mean, listen, they are starting 2 really good big women, like 2 really good bigs. Let me just say 2 bigs. So used to saying big men, but 2 really good bigs in Atlanta. Like, this is a new look. You know what I'm saying? You're going from Tina to the now coming in with Brianna and Brittany, and they both start your front court alongside of having Alicia and Ryan. And if Jordan Canada was healthy, they'll be even better. Like, they'll be literally even better. Jordan's really good.
I forgot about her. She's tough.
Yeah, she's nice. Yeah, she's a really good point guard.
Tough.
If she was there, like that'd be a really good starting 5 with Jordan, Ryan, Alicia, Brittany, Brianna. But I think Natasha had a tough matchup line level. I think the Indiana Fever last night issue was one, Ryan played good defense. I know we can see the box score and see CC finish with 27 points, but I want to make this very clear. Ryan did her job last night. She played really good defense on CC. She was tough. She was in her. She even got some turnovers on her. But the issue last night was one, the Fever wasn't getting no stops. Two, the Fever offense was obviously, which it will be this year. Pretty much, it's when you have a girl like Caitlin Clark, it's what it will be. It was very CC reliant. Like everything went with Caitlin Clark, and it took some time for Kelsey to get involved and get going in the offense. Will get going in the game from an offensive standpoint. I think even Aaliyah Boss, I think her game came better. I think both of their games came better in the second half. I'm not mistaken, Aaliyah and Kelsey. But on the other side, like you had Alicia. She was 3 for 10 from 3, but the 3 she knocked down, they was open. Like she was shooting open shots. Ryan 4 for 13 from 3, but she was shooting open shots. You know what I'm saying? And the 3 that they hit when they did hit them came at the perfect time. You know what I'm saying? They hit timely 3s last night. Other than that, Brianna and BG damn near had their way the whole entire game down low. DeWanna Bonner phased out of the lineup yesterday's game. You know what I'm saying? Not phased out, but she didn't play a lot. And when she did play, she checked in for defensive purposes. You know what I'm saying? She only did 16 minutes last night. And I think they may raise some question marks or eyebrows around like no, they're not. This is why I didn't agree with Mi's sentiment to what she should be the second option, scoring option, because she's not gonna play a lot. Like she's not saying she's not gonna play a lot, but she's not somebody that they need. Like when Sophie Cunningham comes in,
Bonner was gonna be the second scoring option.
She said she should be.
And that's why I said yesterday. That's why I said yesterday.
God bless.
When Sophie come back, Sophie's gonna start. Sophie's gonna start over her, bro. It's clear as day. She played 19 fucking minutes last night. 16. Like it's clear as day. Sophie's gonna start over her.
Yeah, I mean the reality situation with the Fever and the way in which they have built this team is they felt like they needed significant defensive help based around some of the deficiencies that Mitchell kind of brings, and obviously Caitlin brings on the defensive end, and obviously that's why they brought in a Bonner. That's why they brought in a Howard to help out from that standpoint to make their defense a little bit better than it was last year. But with it, it's going to come a little bit of offensive disjointedness, and there's a level of things you have to sacrifice accordingly. And I think that you saw that in that first half. There's an even higher level that it's going to be versus the competent teams in this league, especially when they don't have a front court advantage like the Dream. Kind of present. Like that's why I was like, I don't know, what this matchup is going to look like, because the Dream have two really good bigs that they can present. Gray is still out there, even with her name, with Canada out, and Pow Pow has been playing, pretty solid from that standpoint. So yeah, I was interested to see how this matchup was going to go, and it kind of put the Fever in a difficult position of doing the defense-offense thing and how much they could try and do it. In the first half, I think their offense suffered. Obviously, they got it going, and CC came out a little bit more aggressive, which opened up some things for AB to get some shots inside as well. So it's just a learning process, and it's going to continue to be a learning process as far as how they're able to deal with the offensive defense push and pull of their rotations and who they can have out on the floor in certain matchups as well. So,
and that's the problem right there.
Adding Cunningham back though for their spacing is going to be very important for sure.
That's the problem right there, D-Mac. It shouldn't be no learning process for Stephanie White.
But you add a bunch of people to rotation, it's always going to be a learning process.
You're a veteran coach. You've seen this team last year. You told us all. You watched a lot of film on this team. You told us you do everything. D-Mac, Kelsey Mitchell did not attempt her first three-pointer until the third quarter. That's a fucking problem. She's one of the best shooters in the WNBA. We had 7 3-point attempts. By the third quarter, D-Mac and Caitlin Clark had 6 of them. Mm-hmm. That's a problem. That's a problem, Steph.
I think that was also a credit to the way that the Dream wanted to run their defense too. They wanted to run them off the 3-point line and fund them to the bigs.
That's Kelsey Mitchell ain't getting the ball enough. She treating Kelsey Mitchell like she a role player. Kelsey Mitchell not no role player.
Kelsey was sitting in the corner all game.
She ain't no role player, bro.
CC going to dominate the rock, though. CC going to have that
rock. You had
there's a push and pull with that, too. No, that's not true. CC was not dominating the rock. That motherfucker was moving, but Kelsey Mitchell was not getting that motherfucker.
Everything was starting and ending with CC on offense in that first half yesterday. Like Kelsey wasn't getting credit to what you're saying. Kelsey wasn't getting you think Kelsey was getting the ball with the opportunity to work yesterday?
Yeah. She wasn't
in the first half? In the first half?
Yes. She wasn't getting the rock.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
And that's what I'm saying. Dominated by one player.
Well, I think a lot of the possession in the first half started and ended with CC for the most part. And I just don't think Kelsey was getting the ball to even be able to pick up or even assist with the offensive load or output in that first half. So I think that's why they started so shaky on the offensive end in the first half. Granted, they played better in the second half, specifically the fourth quarter, but things opened up. You know what I'm saying? But second half, Kelsey.
Listen though, it's a utilizing thing, bro. We seen Kelsey off the ball a lot last year, going around all kinds of screens, backdoor
Yeah,
spaghetti.
right.
It wasn't none of that shit last night. None of it.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
I understand where you're coming from as far as the offensive the system is concerned. I think that some of that is also going to come over time with the comfortability with the players out there too. And I think that that's just a feeling out process that is normal when you have new players added to the rotation.
D-man, I'm not with that. Straight up. Pack your bags. You can go.
Yeah,
All
that's
that
it.
I
Natasha,
feel
all the Natasha Howard
It's
post
not
up
going to
shit.
be
I'm cool.
microwaved overnight.
All that Natasha Howard post up shit. I'm cool. I'm cool, bro. You here to be a play finisher, not a scorer.
I feel like the issue was the open threes on the defense from the Fever side more than the offense was. I thought the biggest issue was like every time I looked up at from the Atlanta Dream side, somebody was getting open three, like
Well,
literally an open
that's
three.
because they still have an advantage down low that they were able to work off of as well. And then, being able to have a real movement offense that the Dream, I will give them credit for, is a little bit creative. Puts the defense of the Fever, as far as the perimeter is concerned, in a bit of a bind from that standpoint. So I thought they had a good plan coming into the game in the first half. Obviously, in the second half, they got a little bit away from that plan. I think they relaxed a little bit too much in the Fever. When you have a player like Cece, she hits a few of those threes, and all of a sudden you're back in the game, and that's really what happened. So I think the Dream had a really good plan coming into it, executed it really through the first 3 quarters effectively, and then in the fourth quarter, just relaxed too much, and obviously it became an incredibly close game down the stretch.
Yep. I definitely pointed to the too many open threes, right? And D Mac definitely said yesterday morning, or yesterday, he wants to see how the Fever will handle the two bigs down low. I think it was too much for them personally. So I don't know, man.
It was too much for one player. Too much for one player.
Who, Natasha?
Yes, too much for her. AB can hold on.
Well, yeah, I mean, whoever they start in that front court, it would be the same thing though, regardless. It'd be too much for the Fever as a team, regardless, though.
No, it wouldn't.
Why not?
It ain't gonna be too much for KK. Trust me, she'll be starting by the end of the year.
That's a dream, bro. That's a dream.
You go
That's
see.
literally a dream.
Wait, who's KK?
Rookie, Michaela Thompson.
Oh,
See, bro.
She's not starting. She won't be starting. But yeah, man. So shout out to the Aces getting a win over the Sun. Shout out to the Dream defeating the Fever. There's definitely a team that's gonna be worth watching as this season goes on. As they're looking to be improve on how they were last season. So yeah, that's that. WNBA games to look forward to today. You about to say something?
No, I just want to say real quick.
4 games today.
Yeah, we got 3 of them. I did want to say real quick, I'm not surprised. Obviously, the Aces destroyed the Sun. That's what I expected to happen. Offense looked a lot better when it wasn't going up against our defense. So they took care of business, obviously, versus them.
Yep. Hold on, T. Oh, that drink was never even pinned. Damn, I hate when I don't pin it. My bad, y'all. It's the second time.
While you're doing that, the Tush push was 22-10. They fell 2 votes short, and the Ravens, Patriots, Jets, and Lions shied with the Eagles. In addition to a few teams that.
So they needed 24.
Yeah.
So 22 teams voted to ban it.
Yes.
Wait, so I don't understand that math. How they need 24?
75% would be.
Wow. Yeah, I saw we was on the side of it. Who were the other teams again? The
Jets, Patriots, Lions, Ravens, and Eagles were on the 10 that voted no side. We don't know, obviously, the other teams that didn't. But.
Yeah. Why the Patriots vote no? What the hell?
Yo.
Okay, shout out to the Patriots. They standing on sound. Shout out to the Patriots. Damn, man. What's good, Twin?
What's good with y'all? Y'all talking about the Fever game?
Yeah, you want to add something?
Yeah, we were, Twin.
Yeah, I mean, they should have never been in that situation where you was down double digits in the third. Like that new offense, I'm not really a fan of it because when they keep every time she asks for a PNR, they blitzing. Then she not really. I don't know, man. Too passive. I feel like she gotta be more of a scorer. That playmaking shit not. I mean, it's cool, but like, I don't know. They defense is pretty mid though. That a lot of people's talking about the rotations from three. Cause me and Tess was when we was watching the game, a lot of they closeouts from three. It feel like it's just late. It's delayed. They're fronting the post, then they have somebody on the backside, and then these rotations is just so far out. You go from the rim to running out from a three from a swing pass. That's just very hard to make continuously. I don't know what's going on, but I guess they're trying to clean some shit up. I don't know.
Yeah, their defense definitely didn't look good yesterday. I'm pretty sure they'll improve on that throughout the year, or they'll, continue to try to be better on that end throughout the year. But that was definitely
Yeah, they ain't winning no shit with Natasha Howard, bro. Straight up.
BG was a
You,
lot too.
you
I
don't
think
think
you shouted
Howard?
that out.
Yeah.
You don't think
BG,
Howard
both
was
bigs in terms of
It took
boarding.
you 2 games to go back on your prediction, Shaggy.
D-Mac, me personally, I'm not delusional. D-Mac, I tweeted this out. What today is, the 21st?
Yeah.
I tweeted this out in the preseason. She can go back to fucking
But you
Dallas.
said that your
I
expectation was
tweeted this out
championship this
May
year.
3rd. May
Your
3rd.
expectation was championship this year,
Yeah.
4
Until
days
I see
ago.
some changes, I'm changing that. Until I see less of that, I'm changing that, bro. She's terrible. She's dirt.
Hey, well, go ahead.
I
Until I
mean,
see some changes, I'm changing that, gang. I'm cool on that. Bro, she caught that ball. Cool. They blew up the play we wanted. She caught that ball. 6 seconds. Didn't even think to look for the 3 better offensive players. Got blocked. Grabbed the rebound. Missed. About 3 seconds on the clock and didn't foul. You stood there after you fucking missed?
The play should have never been ran for her, that's for sure.
No, they blew it up.
No, it wasn't ran for her.
It
They blew
wasn't
it up.
for
Yeah.
her.
Stephanie said
Yeah.
the Dream blew that play up that they had called.
Yeah.
But, bro, she didn't even attempt to foul. She stood there and watched them grab the rebound.
So
We're
where
down
was
one.
it? They were fronting. I don't know.
I think Steph said they were trying to get the ball to
I
Aaliyah.
had
She said they were trying to get the ball
Right.
to Aaliyah.
yeah, yeah, I had showed it last night yesterday. But it was a down screen for Kelsey to get Aaliyah to come over to the ball side where CC was inbounding that. I have to assume they had some 2-man game going after that. So I think so. Either way, Brianna Jones is the credit for this one. She denied Aaliyah getting to the spot and then just walked over Kelsey Mitchell's screen. Like it didn't bother her. Kelsey didn't even set a good screen anyway. So then CC, knowing her head, after Kelsey setting that screen for Aaliyah to come over, Brianna shut that down. Kelsey tried to shoot up, but by then the clock is going. So it's like 4 seconds, really 5 seconds. She just threw the ball into Natasha. You know what I'm saying? They had no choice. Natasha, like Shaggy said, shot the first shot, brick. You get the rebound, cool. But you gotta try to look for your players. But also CC and Kelsey gotta try to even want the ball. CC didn't even try to like move to go get the ball. She didn't even try to like do anything. So either way, if Natasha still can at least look. You know what I'm saying? But
no, I
she
think
didn't
at
even
that point, I think at least she got blocked. It was too late. I think she had to put the shot up. But
Yeah.
bro, foul. You just stood there, bro.
I'm gonna
Like
be
she literally
honest.
stood there after she missed.
Yeah, she's supposed to foul. I think she was so deflated. She missed the layup, got blocked, got it again, and shot a fadeaway midi. Like after those 2 shots, I feel like she was just depleted. Like, what did I really just sell these niggas? Like she would have, but they should have called a timeout after she gained possession, because they had 2 timeouts if I remember.
Oh, they
correctly.
did have a timeout left.
Yeah. So after that
she
block,
should have called a timeout. Steph
you
said
got the
she should have
ball.
called a timeout.
Call a timeout.
Yeah, she should have called the timeout after the block.
No,
That's what
But I
I'm
get why
saying.
you didn't. I get why you didn't.
No. Yeah,
On the
me
inbound?
personally, yeah, she should have called the timeout on the inbound.
Yeah, I would have.
No,
They should
I
have
would
called
have called it
timeout
after the
when
play
it was
got blew
fronted.
up.
But my thing is this, and obviously the primary option was AB on that play, but they also run that back screen.
Oh,
Cole-
yeah. I just looked at it. Yep, I just
Cole
looked at it.
comes
Yeah.
up and doesn't even look for the ball in that initial action. And then also, I forget the small guard's name. You can remind me of it.
Kelsey
She
Mitchell.
comes up after the back screen and doesn't look for the ball
Yeah.
either. So, in my opinion, I understand why AB down low would be the first option for inbounding the ball from that standpoint. The
You're
second
right.
one should be one of them coming up, getting the ball, and running dribble handoff to CC, in my personal opinion. So to me, it's not the best play design where the second option is still Howard on a lob pass over the top for a post up on the other side, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's clear as day.
Yeah,
Good call.
facts.
When I watched it yesterday, I peeped Aaliyah, and for some reason I assumed Kelsey shooting to the top is for her to get the ball, but I just
That
watched it
Lexi
again.
right there.
Yeah. But as I just watched it again, it's Kelsey hitting the screen for Natasha. So for Natasha to get the ball. And I'm gonna slow it up. Kelsey said 2 bad screens, y'all.
Kelsey
The
Mitchell,
first
right?
one,
I mean, she's not a screen setter.
yeah, no, I understand, but at the play, you got to try to do something. You know, I'm not, but she's a little girl. Well, not little girl. I'm sorry, that came out wrong. To them,
small woman.
to the one
She's a
trying to
smaller
score.
player.
Yeah, she's a smaller player.
Smaller
Yeah,
guard.
I got you.
Yeah, smaller guard.
Back screen and you slip that as in
This is the problem, bro.
option out that play.
To me, because you have a full 8 seconds to work off of, I would have set up some type of thing where either Hole comes up and gets the ball or Mitchell comes up and you run a dribble handoff with CC. I don't necessarily need to get the ball inside immediately because there's enough time for them to do that type of action from that standpoint.
But they was expecting when she got the play initially got blown up, she makes that cross court pass. She's banking on a defender not getting there in time.
As far as the back screen is concerned,
Yeah.
obviously that's the design of what it's supposed to be. But for me, that's more of a 5 seconds or less type of option where we know we got to get a shot up quickly to the rim. Because so for example, after Mitchell, sets that back screen, if Clark gets that into where they run a dribble handoff and they decide to trap, well, then Mitchell has a wing opportunity to work off of from that standpoint. So that's just to me because of the time and space that you have to work with. I would have preferred them try to get it from a guard perspective than necessarily throwing it down low and hoping that's.
I'm with you on that. I didn't even peep this. AB has a step on Brianna Jones.
I was just about to say that.
I didn't even peep.
That's
Like,
why I
bro,
was
she's a
waiting.
problem.
Look, the Dream can beat the Fever, but that is the bad loss at home, in my opinion.
I don't think it's that bad of a loss personally because I think that the Dream are going to prove to be maybe a better team than people initially had thought.
Yeah.
Now the storm back from that though is kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
So they weren't getting no stops, and it cost them. You can come back all you want, but in the day, it's going to catch up to you, and it's going to cost you. That's pretty much what happened. They played them again Thursday.
Hey, D-Mac, Brianna's still good with the board money, nigga.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they playing again. They playing bad to bad. They gonna be the ass tomorrow.
Yeah. Can you show the play where Mitchell
I found this on Twitter, so probably not, because I randomly found that on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why you want to see that play?
Because I was trying to see if that was really a foul.
It was. She grabbed her.
It was a foul.
She
She
grabbed
grabbed her.
her?
She had a arm around her waist.
Damn. Yeah, that's. You supposed to when they had 2 timeouts at that point.
You talking about Tween? You talking about when the Dream had the ball or when AB got fouled?
No,
we gotta make both of them fuck the free throw.
When Kelsey Mitchell fouled the Fever, what's it called, the Atlanta player, the Dream girl.
Yeah, no, that was a foul. She had her.
But you got to put your defenders out there if you need a stop.
That's
she took CC out the game.
Yeah, they
Kelsey
did that.
Mitchell's.
Who was on the court
Kelsey Mitchell's.
Who was going to put in there? Who were they going to put in there for Kelsey at that point?
Turner. Was Turner in?
On that last play, on that last defensive possession.
On the Ryan play.
I
I don't remember, but if
I think they
might take Kelsey out too. If you playing full fucking snap.
But then who's checking around in Alicia? Because I'm assuming Bonner
have
had Alicia. Who will be on?
Yeah, you turn on Ryan.
Nah, bro. You can't throw her in the fire like that. That's barbecue chicken.
What are you talking about? She played 9 minutes up until that point. What are you talking about?
She's not checking Ryan, bro.
And Kelsey Mitchell is? What the fuck?
Well, hey, y'all lived with a choice. Y'all lost the game. It is what it is, bro. I don't want to just put it to that. Aaliyah make the free throw. It's just that simple. Aaliyah make your free throw, or Natasha don't shoot them 2 shots. I get the first shot. The second one I'm not a fan of.
I mean, obviously, you would like AB to make both those free throws, but I mean,
they had a second timeout when she shot that shot.
Yeah.
You had another timeout remaining.
Yeah,
I think that's. Do you not call the timeout if you the coach there at like 4?
Yeah, I was saying it was.
I would have called
or on that. I was going to say, or the inbound if the play got blown up.
No, when she got her
the
rebound.
Primary option on the play was AB getting the ball in the post. I would have called the timeout
when Howard missed the shot and got the rebound. That was like 6-7 seconds.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but I get why coach didn't call it at that point because it's a wide open shot, y'all. Technically, it's a wide open shot.
The midi.
Yeah, that was wide. It was wide open. It was a wide open shot. It wasn't like it was not it wasn't an open shot.
I can see what you're saying.
So I guess she was like, all right, whatever. Let's just go with the flow of it. Whatever happens, type shit. Me personally, if that inbound play get blown up or it's not open up, just call timeout because it really was 5 seconds on CC, damn near 4.5.
Maybe they were trying to keep that time out so if they miss, they can foul.
I'm
And
sure
then
that
they can gain what's it called? They could call a timeout and be front go closer. What's it called? To their side of the ball.
yeah, I'm sure that's part of it
Like
too.
advance the ball so they can they could try
If
to
it's
tie it
if
up for the three.
if it's 15 seconds or if it's even less than that, then it's a little bit more difficult for me to play the extend the game. Well, that's unfortunate. From that standpoint, because I just I'm more so I'm like, all right, let's get the shot and let's make sure it's a good quality shot. And if I have to take the extra time out to make sure it's a good quality shot, I'm not
Yeah,
pushing in that aspect.
yeah.
Also,
Facts.
CC is a team player. If the play is drawn up in the huddle, she's going to run the play. So it is what it is.
She gotta get some brown in her. Fuck that play, nigga. I'm showing this shit.
No, she did that in college. It may take a second for her to do in the pros.
I mean, she was the inbounder though. It's hard for her to say fuck something when you're the inbounder.
Process. I said the same. I didn't say it. I was thinking in my head because I do think they're gonna be petty with it a little bit more this year. But if I'm the Eagles, bro, I'm running it on first down this year. Like literally the first play of the game, my
Nigga,
first.
do it. I want them to do it. Get 1 yard on first down. That help
Yeah,
us out.
that doesn't make much sense.
It
But I
it won't be
understand.
it won't be 1 yard. But, I mean, obviously they won't do it, but just to be the petty side of it, you know what I'm saying? 22
What you
teams.
talk? You talking game one, Ev? Game one, first drive, tush push 4 times and punt that bitch.
Nah,
Yeah,
I ain't saying
exactly.
that.
Their pettiness is them winning the championship and continue to run it. That's what their pettiness is. So,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, if you can beat them, then beat them. You can beat them while they're running it. You can beat them into not being able to run it.
Jets were on the side of no, right?
No.
They were they were.
Yeah, they definitely about to tush push with Justin Fields. Okay.
Yeah, we were on the side of no too. We do it with Mark Andrews. We don't do it with Lamar.
So hold up, the final votes was in. What was the decision?
No ban. It's still play.
You still can do it.
But
What's the,
D-Mac,
okay.
that's what I'm thinking. Like that entire argument about player safety was just low-key bullshit. That's why the shit didn't pass, because the argument of player safety is just say you don't like the play, bro. Call that shit a day.
There's nothing to support it, and then, like I said earlier, they made it way too specific to have a player safety argument for it. If you want to say that we're doing the fairness of the defensive players not being able to push the defensive players, and you want to say offensive players can't push offensive players, fine. You can make the logical argument from that standpoint. But the way that they specifically put it in there, now it was specifically targeted to the Eagles, and it's dumb. It's not a good logical reason to do it, as the NFL tries to do it for entertainment purposes.
Why is the NFL so shitty though? Like, why do they do corny shit like that?
Well, the NFL understands that the tush push is an entertaining play. That's the reason why.
No,
It's
but
the
I'm
same
saying
reason
why
they
do they
move.
make it even a vote?
What do you mean?
Like, why do they try to get it out of their play?
Because they don't want it to. Because it's not entertaining.
I mean, that should help engagement though, D-Max. No funny. The whole time they playing, that tush push
It's
definitely
not
help engagement.
entertaining. Okay.
What do you mean engagement? Sorry, I'm
Like the whole combos around the tush push shit. Even last year, like if you mentioned, like that shit gets engagement for them.
Yeah, I mean that's why this was a bigger talking point as we got into this point, because nobody, there's nothing to talk about as far as the NFL. But that's why I also thought that it wasn't going to end up passing, because it's too much talked about at this point. They were going to try and do it kind of under the guise of just quietly doing it, and it got too much chatter.
All right.
The other teams are the NFL.
Shout out to the tush push. Shout out to the
Win the same thing.
Shout out to the tush push. Shout out to the WNBA. No, you good. 3 games to highlight today in the WNBA. We have, excuse me, sorry about that. We have the Lynx going against the Wings again. This time the Lynx are home. They played the other day. Lynx are sitting at 2-0. The Wings are sitting at 0-2. I would expect the Lynx to win that game. They're missing. It's coming about a surprise. Starting off 2-0, they're going to Golden State and play the Valkyries today. I think the Mystics will win that game. Perhaps it's probably an even line, damn near. Or Mystics probably the favorites on the road. Yeah, the Mystics are minus 205. But then last but not least, we have the Sparks versus the Mercury. The Mercury at home. I will probably lean Mercury in this game. Shot 2 and AT probably have another big game, but this line is probably similar to this line right here. The Mercury probably a minus 225, so similar. So yeah, that's what I had to. If I had to guess tonight's games, that's why I have won the games. Lynx, Mystics on the road, and Mercury at home. And that's that. all 3 games. We'll definitely see the last 2 games in playback as the Knicks and Pacers game ends at 10:30. These 2 games will still be in the first half, or 10:40. These 2 games will still be in the first half when that game ends. So then we'll then switch over to these 2 games, whichever one is the better out of the 2. We'll watch majority of that one. Turning over to no, I'm just gonna put it all in one. I'm gonna put it all in one. Last shout out before I shift over to the NBA. Don't know too much about this yet, but I'm going to definitely try to watch it as much as I can. But I had to take the hockey game off my second monitor for the remaining Fever fourth quarter, which was a freaking bummer. But either way, as I was watching, the Florida Panthers was up 2-0. And tonight we have the Edmonton Oilers versus the Dallas Stars hockey conference finals. My computer's doing anything. Hockey conference finals at 8 p.m. Playtime. I plan to find out cycle Champions League. Speaking of football on Europe. Manchester United plays time. I don't think that's on playback though. But if that's on playback, I definitely will feature that. So yeah. I'm going to watch this hockey game again tonight. Because I'm definitely trying to tap into this Connor guy more and more, or actually see him live versus the highlights that Zach had me watch the other day. But the Panthers won 5-2 last night. And they up 1-0 in the series now. The next game obviously is Thursday. Are you done on playback? Okay, bet. Next game was on Thursday, and game 1 of the Oilers versus the Stars is tonight at 8 p.m. as well on ESPN. So I'll definitely have this on my second monitor. I'm just bringing it to you guys' attention to try to add some hockey things or talk inside of fact and stats eventually. But with that being said, I'm freezing up. My computer freezing up, y'all. Can y'all hear me on the stage?
Yep, we can hear you.
We hear you. We hear you, brother.
My computer is tweaking. I ain't gonna lie. Not bad. My computer's tweaking. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put all the NBA talks on playback so that OKC recap. I was gonna do it here, but I'm gonna just shift and just put it all in one. Does not make any sense to do OKC recap and Knicks and Pacers preview on playback for the top 10 players. It might as well just sit in one segment. But I do want to remind folks that on Thursday, we're definitely going to be recapping the Knicks and Pacers game right here and previewing the Minnesota and Thunder game right here. I'm only shifting over today because it just makes sense to do all in one versus going OKC Wolves on YouTube and then shifting over to Knicks and Pacers on playback for the full series preview. So good WNBA talks. Yes, Evan Sam. I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to get hockey in here, man. Look out for Ron on Dallas 2 Ed. That guy has been ridiculous. All right, I'm definitely gonna watch that at 8 p.m. Literally, I might have set alarm on my phone to watch that, to make sure I watch that game. I was tapping to the Florida game last night, man, but the freaking Fury game was too damn good. I had to switch off. I saw the first 2 goals and that was it. It looked cool though. All right, so with that being said, Tween, T, D-Mac, Shaggy, thank y'all for joining the stage today on the YouTube side of things. I will see y'all in playback. It's playback.tv/facts and stats. It's an app you can download to join the stage and also to join the room or even type in the chat and listen in. We're going to be recapping OKC and Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder and Minnesota Timberwolves game 1. Also doing a full series preview with the Knicks versus the Pacers. So I will see y'all in playback. Again, that's playback.tv/facts and stats. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the support on the YouTube side. And again, we are recapping the Knicks and Pacers and previewing game 2 of the Thunder and Wolves tomorrow on YouTube. So make sure y'all pull up to the YouTube tomorrow. I will see y'all in playback.